Welcome, everyone. My name's Joel Broughton. I want to spend just a few minutes just talking about the importance of moving your business forward and the importance of constantly sponsoring and finding new members. You know, when I first started, building my business, my primary business, a couple of years ago, I thought that I had a pretty good team put together. I thought I had some pretty solid people, some pretty exciting leaders, building. And what I realized, though, over the last couple of years is that the more new people I constantly bring into my business, not only does it spark me because I see them growing and learning and bringing more people in and working hard, but it also sparks the old leaders, and it also sparks the entire business. When those new leaders are coming into the business and they're starting to enroll and they're starting to sponsor and starting to develop, it has kind of a multiplication effect, I think, on a business, because it creates a little bit of competition within the business as well. Sometimes we get comfortable with those people that we like. Sometimes we get comfortable with, I like working with, Rick, and I just love working with Jackie. She's just so great. She's, and you can pick any name in your business, but, sometimes we get comfortable working with a certain person or a certain couple of leaders or a couple of people that we're excited about, and we forget to enroll and sponsor and develop new people. And really the goal in network marketing isn't just to have your little club. It's not just to have your little, band of special people that you talk to all the time and that you work with. It's more important, actually, if you want to have a large business, okay, and I think most of us actually want to have a fairly significant business, it's actually more important that you develop new leaders consistently, that you develop new people consistently and help more and more people, because the more people you develop personally as a leader, the more leverage you're going to have. Okay? If you only develop one or two people, you've only got so much that they can do on their own. And you've always got to be there either to do training calls or to help out or to answer questions. But if you develop 5 leaders, 10 leaders, 20 leaders, 30 leaders, and you constantly keep going, what's going to happen, not only are you going to get more leverage, not only are you going to have more success in your business, but you're also going to find that some of the new leaders that you develop, some of the new people that you're working with, some of the new people that you sponsor and enroll are actually better, okay, actually work harder, actually sponsor more than the people you started with in the first place. Okay, which is actually a pretty cool concept, and I get kind of comfortable sometimes myself and say, wow, look at this great team we've got. Look at all the leaders that we've got. I look at that and I'm like, wow, look at the great bunch of leaders that we have. But then I look just a little bit below that and I say, wow, look at these guys coming up. There's people in here that are continuing to develop. They come on the training calls. They continue to work. They continue to bring new people into their business consistently and are developing and potentially are going to pass the leaders that we currently have, potentially be even better. And it's just because, we continue to bring more and more people into the business. We bring more and more leaders to the plate, and then it creates a healthy competition, right? You need to create that same healthy competition in your network marketing business. You need to create that, and the only way you can create that is if you constantly are helping new people develop into leaders. And the only way you can constantly be helping new people develop into leaders is if you're constantly sponsoring new people and training them and helping them, okay? And when we talk about sponsoring new people, I know there's some people out there that, they'll sponsor 20, 30 people in a month into their network marketing organization. You know what? That's great, but I would rather sponsor 10 and develop 2 new leaders. Right? I would rather sponsor 10 people and develop 2 new people that know how to, and teach those 2 people, or that one person even, develop 1 new leader every month, right? Find in those 8 or 10 that I sponsored last month, one person that really wants to do it, one person that's putting the time in, the effort in, maybe they're doing the business full time. Grab that person and work with them and show them how to do the business. And what's going to happen, and you might not be at a point where you can develop leaders yet, you may still be at the point where you want to be developed into a leader. And the only way to do that is to show your leader or show the people that are in your business that you really want this bad and that you're willing to work and you're doing every single thing that they teach and that they show you and that they tell you. And you completely and consistently engross yourself into the business. And what's going to happen is they're going to develop you, and they're going to say, wow, that Jim or that John or that Mary, wow, they're really trying hard, and they're calling me, and they're showing the business, they're showing their websites, they're constantly out there. Maybe I got to work with them a little bit more closely. Maybe I got to get them going a little bit more. And what you'll find is if you can constantly focus on sponsoring new members and developing leaders, you're going to have a very solid business that will never end. But I talk to some network marketing leaders in other businesses occasionally, and they tell me that their biggest problem isn't sponsoring people necessarily, but developing leaders. And I say, well, I mean, you should be realistically, as in your leadership role, I mean, they're doing quite well, they're successful. I said, you should be sponsoring enough people to develop new leaders every single month. I say, how many people are you sponsoring? Well, I sponsor one or two here and there. I say, well, God, you got to be sponsoring a lot more. Well, no, but I already got my group, and I've got to take care of them, and I do my training with my group, and what they've got is they've got a problem thinking that their current existing group will be their business forever. That the current existing group, they got 100, 200 people, whatever. They think that all their leaders are going to be found in there. And that's kind of a bit of a falsehood in network marketing, is that you can't necessarily, you're not going to get water from a rock, right, no matter how hard you squeeze it. So the same thing, you're not going to develop a leader out of somebody who does not want to do it, who does not want to or is not ready to develop. And I see this time and time again where, people say, well, no, this person is going to be awesome. Great. They're going to be awesome. Why don't you go find somebody right now that you can develop into awesome, and let this person develop as they're going to, and they're going to be awesome over the next 6 to 12 months. But let's go find a new one right now that you can develop into a leader today, okay, or next week, rather than waiting and waiting and waiting and hoping and praying that, your one superstar that you think is going to be great because you like them and they're your buddy and they're your friend and you really want them to do it. Why not just go sponsor a new one and work with a new one for now? Don't let those other ones go away. Don't, obviously we continue to work with them, but don't spend all your energy trying to get that water, right, from your rock. To quit trying to squeeze that, person into turning them into a leader. It's just not going to happen. You're much better off going and sponsoring a new person and another new one and another new one until you find somebody who's ready to be a leader today, who's ready to be an enrolling machine today, and work with them, okay? And like I said, you're not going to drop what you're currently doing. You're just going to expand your circle of influence. You're going to expand the people that you know and that you're working with to be able to find other people with different skills. Okay? And that's how we're going to become super ultra successful in network marketing, is simply enrolling more people, sponsoring more people into our business. And I know some of you guys are sitting on the call right now thinking, this is all great, Joel, but I don't even know how to sponsor one, much less, bring anybody into my business. And that really comes down to, obviously, somebody sponsored you. Somebody in your upline somewhere is successful and willing to teach you. And if you put in the effort and you show that you're doing all the right activities and you're getting on all the training calls and you're always participating and being active and you're making calls, and you know what, that'll be enough for your leadership in your network marketing company to say, hey, this person really needs some help. Maybe we should work with them a little bit more personally. And you never have excuses. Okay, if you want to be identified as a potential enroller, potential leader, a person that they're going to work with a lot more closely, if you're in my business and you want to get my attention, hey, you don't come on to a training call and say, well, I got really busy this week, so I just couldn't build my business. Or I had that soccer game, and so I went to that instead of making calls. My kids, he's got baseball. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I don't need to hear all that as a leader. Okay, you got your own excuses. That's fine. I want to hear the person that said, you know what, even though I had all this stuff this week, I still put in the time. I still put in the effort. I made it happen, made some sacrifices. I didn't go to the movies with my spouse last weekend so I could make some extra calls. These are the kind of things that I did, and I'm really feeling like I'm getting close, but I just need a little bit of help, or I got some questions. Those are the type of people I want to work with. Because I'll tell you what, guys, I'm just like any of you guys, too, right? I'm just the same as you guys. And yet I still make sacrifices to build my business. I'm still making my calls. I'm still building my business. I'm still advertising online. I'm still doing my Google AdWords. I'm still doing all these different things to build my business. I've got everything that you guys have, and yet I still find time, and I still make some sacrifices because I'm not there yet. I generate a lot of good income online. I make a lot of money in a network marketing company, but I don't feel that I'm there yet. Plus, I want to help a lot of other people too at the same time. My Saturday morning doesn't need to be spent talking to you guys and potentially giving you some ideas or, hoping to spark someone. That's my goal every Saturday morning, is to hopefully I get through to just one more leader, just one more person that's going to break out as a leader in this industry and just spark you or help you or give you an idea or, just give you that extra little bit of motivation or that extra little idea that'll help build your business or that'll push you forward. I could be spending my Saturday morning having breakfast with my kids right now, going upstairs and playing with them. And, yet I spend this time and I make those sacrifices. And then there's other people that say, no, I can't make it Saturday morning because I gotta eat breakfast with my kids. Well, I'll tell you what, okay, while you're eating breakfast with your kids and not coming on the training calls, I'm also identifying other leaders that are on this training call and saying, okay, that's the person I got to work with. He's always here, or she's always on that training call on the Saturday morning calls. I got to work with her more. And then people wonder why they get more attention, why they, people develop into more successful leaders. Okay, I don't just pick them. Okay, they identify themselves by doing certain activities, coming on the training calls, always being positive, showing their business a lot, advertising their websites a lot, okay, doing a lot of those types of activities that generate income, and even if they're not successful, at least they're doing the activities. Okay, at least they're doing the activities, and then I can take them and tweak something a little bit or give them an idea or help them a little bit to be able to show them what it is that they need to do to become more successful. Okay, and that's really in terms of, building a successful network marketing business, constantly think about sponsoring and developing leaders. If you're already a good sponsor person, if you can already enroll people, you need to constantly sponsor new ones and develop them into leaders. Okay, sponsor new ones, pick a couple out of there, develop them into leaders. Okay, and if you're not yet, if you're still at the point where I just got started, or I've been doing this for 2 years, I never sponsored anybody, you need to just stick with it. You need to come on the training calls. You need to try to show your leadership in your organization that you're worthy of working with. And you know what? If they don't want to work with you, that's fine. You come on the calls. We'll work with you. Okay? We'll show you how to build your business. You can stay just right where you are, and we'll motivate you and help you and show you systems and different ways to bring people into network marketing businesses. Okay? And I think that's really important. I'm going to let you guys go for today, and we'll talk to you guys all soon. Have a great day, everyone, and I wish you guys all the best. Bye for now.